In a recent video, I was showing you how to search for these UK job opportunities for yourself directly and how to apply directly. The next video is going to be the one where I show you how to complete the application form and what information to put. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe for more value-adding information, like the video and share. Feel free to comment below as well as to turn on your notifications bell so you can be notified when I post in future. Remain on the cusp with Daphne, a place where inspiration meets evolution. Let's continue to evolve together on this journey of self-discovery and growth. Now, if you happen to come across this channel for the first time, a warm welcome to you. I'm Daphne. I bring you insights on UK job opportunities, support thereof, how to make your landing and settlement in the UK easier, self-development, health and well-being matters. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all you bring to the table, the love, the kindness, the positive vibes. Let's remain on the cusp with Daphne and evolve together on this journey of self-discovery and growth.
Like you.
So we're going to start from the same website that we spoke about on this video I've linked, which is the findajob.gov, the DWP website. There are a couple of nuggets I wanted to share with you, then we can proceed to today's applications. So remember, we would have typed in healthcare assistant jobs in the whole of UK, in the whole of UK. Yes, and search. And what we said was it came up with 4,000 jobs, right? 4,200 jobs. And to apply proper filters, we came down here to select permanent roles. Came down here to select permanent roles as well as to select full-time positions. Full-time. And that did bring down our search to 2,300. You will recall this. So what I needed to share with you here is when you filtered these jobs, if you look on the left hand side, it will tell you per location. For example, in Southeast England, there are 403 vacancies as opposed to Northeast England where there are 60 vacancies. So my advice to you is, or what I would be doing, is to apply to these areas with more vacancies, such as the Northwest England, Southeast England, where there are more vacancies, meaning there's a greater demand there. I'm thinking the likelihood is that with this telling us that there are more opportunities here than down here, for example, it says to me, chances are my application will be processed faster, chances are people will be less fussy, and hopefully you get to hear from these people fairly quicker. The second thing I didn't share with you is on the same website, it's not just the healthcare assistant jobs. Say, for example, you were looking for, shall we say, social worker jobs in the UK. There you go. It comes up with 2,700 jobs. So now yours would be to go through, if you are a social worker or looking for someone in this field, yours would be to go through the same filters, for example, or say on the left hand side on the menu tells you. The one thing I did was to make an example with healthcare and nursing jobs. However, there are so many categories, as you can see: social work, HR, teaching, social care jobs, accounting and finance, 81 jobs. But clearly healthcare is leading, followed by social work jobs. Then the rest filtered down according to demand. Mind you, this is not the only website where jobs are listed. This is only but one place. So we'll go back to, what we'll do now is to go back to healthcare assistants. healthcare assistant jobs and search. And we know what our filters are by now. To make sure we get considered contract type, we want a permanent contract. And it's got to be full-time in order to be considered for a certificate of sponsorship. In fact, you'll not be given a certificate of sponsorship if you do not meet this criteria. If you're not working full-time and if it's not permanent, you will not be issued with a certificate of sponsorship. So we looked at a few jobs when we did this the last time. Let's see, where can we go and search? So if we go, for example, to this Blackpool vacancies, which closed on the 16th of June, just as an example. So we are going to say, apply for this job. At this point, you've created your NHS Jobs account. So you log in. Tells you how to apply. So we're going to say apply for this job. Let's see if it'll let us in. And signing in, I already have an account. We'll just log in. There is a problem. Okay, let's try something. So one of two ways you can log on to these jobs. I think the first one we identified was with a company called Spire. I told you they were a private healthcare group. So we are going to go directly to Spire's website as opposed to doing it via the NHS website and start looking for these jobs. Whichever way you choose to do it is fine. I think it's actually even better on the other website because it has a job reference, but nonetheless, let's come here and see if we can find similar jobs. We are going to search for the same, well, it says search for jobs already. It's not giving us that option of healthcare assistant. We are going to search in the search box. On the home page, it comes up with 774 open jobs, most of which are staff nurses. As you can see, staff nurses, not to be confused if you're in a place like South Africa where there is a category of nurses referred to as staff nurses, and this category is between the nursing assistants or healthcare assistants and a registered nurse. In between, we have a rank of nurses referred to as staff nurses. Great category of people. They bridge the gap between the two and they do amazing work. However, in the UK, registered nurses are also referred to as staff nurses. So not to be confused by this terminology, this is all registered nurses vacancies, all the 777 we're seeing here. So yes, they're in different parts of the country, some in Bristol, Alexandra, South Solihull, Nottingham, and so forth. But our interest really was to, let's come out. Our interest is to explore the healthcare assistant jobs. Let's say healthcare assistant, and comes up automatically and such. I wouldn't worry about location at this point. This is the drop-down menu for the location. So healthcare assistant jobs, 404 vacancies. Perfect. Filter, posting, relevance, clear filters. Healthcare assistant, posting date, locations. No, we wouldn't mind that. It's just good to see which locations have got more, as we did with the DWP website. So Bushy Hill in Hertfordshire, they've got 22 vacancies for healthcare assistants, followed by Yorkshire and so forth. Sutton, Surrey with the least vacancies. So Before we start, it's important that you realize that things such as this one, when it says bank healthcare assistant in the wards, you don't want to apply for these ones, because these are the ones you can apply for once you are in the country working for another company or for the same company, because bank simply refers to part-time. It's so important that you get the terminology right. So in the UK, when they say you're a bank staff nurse or a bank healthcare assistant, it means you are not permanent. You are used on the ad hoc basis. As and when you're needed, they will give you a call and make use of your services. So I don't see a filter where we can select only permanent vacancies. There used to be. Posting date, those are the only two filters we have, seemingly. So yeah, there's nothing to filter and to sort beyond the relevance as well as location and posting date. So we are going to go to Blackpool. Here's one for Blackpool, for example. Let's go back to that Blackpool post, and job identification, posting date, posted on the 11th of July. Degree level GCSE, level O, variable shifts, full-time is the job schedule. So this is a full-time job schedule, and 25th of July will be the date by which you need to have applied. So we will go through the job spec. Tells you about the hospital in Blackpool. It has exciting opportunity for healthcare assistant to join our team on the wards. Duties and responsibilities are stated. Who are we looking for? National Vocational Qualification, qualified HCA level 2. Clearly your qualifications will be slightly different when you come from outside of the UK. ECG observation experience, where if you worked as a healthcare assistant in any other country, you'd probably be familiar with these things. If you're not, educate yourself in the interim. Phlebotomy experience is desirable. This is when you are taking bloods from people or putting up drips. I imagine it's mostly for taking bloods. Previous experience as a healthcare assistant in hospital or clinic environment. So clearly this is for someone with experience. We offer the following: 35 days leave, annual leave, employer-employee contributory pension scheme, Spire for You reward platform. This is a platform that rewards you with cashback benefits and some incentives when you buy from certain places. Free Bupa wellness screening, private medical insurance, and life insurance. On this website, on the first page, there is no mention of the COS, Certificate of Sponsorship, although we did see on the DWP website that they did say they were offering a certificate of sponsorship. So what we're going to do at this point is to apply for this vacancy. So what I've done, I couldn't see the page where to apply on that small page, so I've copied that link and pasted it on a brand new page, and as such it's given us the option to apply for it. Email address, we're going to say, let's try mine. So you don't need to have an account. What's nice is they tell you don't need to have an account with them, just get started right away. So I'm going to put in my email address as a way of testing this. I've accepted the conditions. Next, allow. Do we have a choice? Just going to say last name. I'm just going to put in my name, first name, preferred name, enter your home address, country, We are going to say South Africa. Just because we know these addresses. 223 suburb, let's just say 4 ways, town, postcode 2022 for argument's sake. Job application, this is the process now. Now we get to the job application part. Job application questions. Now you're done with your personal info and we're coming to the job application questions. Here comes the part about the DBS, the police clearance, the CRB as it was formerly called at one point. So, have you ever been convicted of a criminal offense that has not been spent under the Rehabilitation of Offenders Act 1974? We're going to say no. Do you currently have an unrestricted right to work in the UK? Please know that if you are a UK or EU citizen, you should answer yes to this question. So we are going to say no because presumably we're out of the country trying to get in. Are you currently an employee or a previous employee of Spire Healthcare? No, we would like to be. The answer is no, we are not, but we'd like to be. Work and experience. So this is the part where you're going to enter your work experience, you add. Okay, who was your employer, the job title, start date, finishing date, start date, year, current job, is it current? And then you're done. Move on to the next one. Education, you do the same, pretty much. A little bit more about you, supporting documents. Please find any additional documents. Drop your resume. This is where you'd upload your CV and the cover letter. Be sure to check out my video on how to write a catchy and winning cover letter as well as a CV. Right? For diversity, information, your ethnicity, your gender. I think for statistic purposes, for diversity information, your ethnicity, your gender, date of birth, marital status, religion, and so forth. And then comes the preferred locations. Where would you prefer to be placed? Something which, if I were to advise you, I would say at this point, really, it's not the time to be too fussy about where you are placed. You can always get an internal transfer or switch jobs once you're in the country. So at this point, if it were me applying, I wouldn't be ticking that box for anything. Honestly, anything would have to go. And then comes the e-signature, where you just confirm that you've read and agree to the conditions, your name, and you submit your application. So hopefully this has been helpful for completing one of the Spire applications. Be sure you have the right documentations, you are already compliant and not wasting an opportunity, thereby leading to these opportunities being closed for everyone. I hope this has been helpful and would like to know how you are progressing and where you've applied to and what your experience has been. Hoping this has been helpful to somebody, not forgetting to share this video, to like and subscribe to the channel. Please note, whilst you are on this page where we started with the vacancy for Blackpool, we opened that page for the Blackpool vacancy. When you scroll down to the bottom of the page, it will lead you to other similar jobs, other healthcare assistant jobs. So you start opening them and seeing if they are relevant to you. Remember, we're looking for permanent, for full-time. If it says bank, it's not for you. And by virtue of this website allowing you to put in your details as to which country you are in, there's already an acknowledgement that you may not be in the UK. There's already an acknowledgement that you may not necessarily be in the UK when you apply for this vacancy. So it's, to me, yet confirmation again that there will be or there may be a certificate of sponsorship if they do not have enough interest locally. Anybody that's locally available will be prioritized over an external candidate. So bear that in mind. It's very encouraging to see that the application form itself allows for external candidates. By external, I mean somebody outside of the borders of the UK, to make this application. But as I always say, to ensure these opportunities remain open to all of us equally, let's not waste opportunities and apply when we do not meet the criteria. Make sure you apply for the relevant positions when you have adequate experience, adequate documentation, and you meet their criteria, not to flood the inbox of recruiters unnecessarily. I'm happy we've gone through this Spire website. So this is Spire website. I'm going to keep on filling in different forms with you. On the next video, we fill in the NHS job application. Stay tuned to the channel. Remain on the cusp with Daphne, a place where inspiration meets evolution. Continue to subscribe to the channel, to share my videos, to like these videos. That keeps me inspired, that keeps me motivated to go out there and keep on searching for more opportunities for ourselves to grow as a family and to prosper and to evolve. Do you think it's a user-friendly website? Is it something that you can do? Be on the lookout for a video on how to create an awesome CV with a cover letter that's going to make you stand out and win you a spot being shortlisted for interviews. Stay tuned to the channel. Thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful. If you found this video very helpful, please click like, share this video, comment below, and tell me in what ways you are going to start implementing this and whether you meet the criteria. As I always say, make sure you meet the criteria before you waste an opportunity and block the way for someone else that is suitably qualified. Make sure you're suitably qualified with the necessary credentials. Always read the job spec and not waste an opportunity by applying when you know that you do not qualify. I'm wishing you the very best. Remain on the cusp with Daphne, a place where inspiration meets evolution. Stay tuned to the channel. See you on the next one when we complete the NHS job application form, where I will show you exactly how to complete, and many more other websites where I'm going to show you how to complete their forms to be considered to come to the UK. Stay tuned to the channel, and thank you so much for tuning in. Are you finding any value in this video? If so, please subscribe, like the video, and comment below.
Do it like you.